Welcome back for lesson 4 of the lesson series. This series is aimed more at fresh hunters who are new to this wonderful game as a guide and as a means to learn more about the basics. So I really hope that you guys find this series helpful and hopefully enjoyable as well. Again, like I've mentioned at the end of lesson 3, or as you've probably seen for yourself, today's episode is gonna be all about the canteen food. Eating is a crucial part to your hunting preparations as they give you buffs depending on what you eat and also additional health and stamina. But the thing is, the menu is so big. There are so many different skills, each food gives a different buff, each food is even color coded. So I'm guessing most of you would just go with the chef's choice in the end because, it's whatever, it gets the job done. But I'm here to clarify all those questions and hopefully help you make informed decisions on what to eat for your next hunt. So first off, let's talk about the types of food that you can eat. There are 4 different types, and they are meats, fish, veggies, and alcohol. You are allowed to select up to 6 ingredients to put onto your plate in any combination of your liking, so you can have all 6 being meat, or you could have 2 of each, it's up to you. Meats will buff your attack, fish will buff defense, veggies will buff elemental resistance, and alcohol doesn't buff anything. You only get the buff if you have 2 of any type, so let's say you want an attack buff, you must have at least 2 meats selected. Each buff also has 3 levels, so for example 2 meat will give you attack up small, 4 will give medium, 6 will give large, and the same applies to the fish and the veggies. So now that we know what types of ingredients there are, let's talk about the colors and the skills that they provide. When you look at the menu, you'll notice that each ingredient is arranged in a 6x5 grid, with every row having an individual color indication. That is because for every 2 of the same color that you select, you will get a food skill, and just like the status buff, there are 3 skills tied to each color. However, you can only get 1 skill per color, so for example, if we put 2 red ingredients, we will get the skill Feline Polisher as indicated on the bottom of the meal effects window. But if we put in 4 red ingredients, Feline Polisher will be replaced by Feline Rider. You cannot have both of these skills at the same time, so you're going to have to make a decision on which of the 3 skills in each category you want for your hunts. Also, just a note, since the food skills are separated by colors, you can even put in different ingredient types if you don't have enough of any of them to get the skill that you want. So on to the freshness of the ingredients. Upon selecting them, you might have noticed that some of the ingredients have a green sparkle around them and something like a green apple. That is an indication of freshness. Which ingredients are fresh is randomized after each hunt, and what they do is that they increase the chances of you getting the food skills that you have selected. If you take a look at the bottom of the meal effects window again, there should be this portion that says fresh ingredients and activation chance. For every fresh ingredient that you select, the activation chance goes up by half a star, totaling at a maximum of 3 stars, which means that you have a 100% chance of getting all 3 food skills. And they also provide more health boosts, so you probably want to keep an eye out on those fresh ingredients. If you keep progressing through the game, however, or if you collect your daily login bonuses, you'll start getting these things called vouchers. Now, what are these vouchers? For one, vouchers are an alternative payment for the food, so if you use a voucher, you won't need to spend any money or points, which is always nice. But the real benefit of vouchers comes from the fact that it provides 100% activation chance regardless of what ingredient you pick. So you will always get the skills that you have selected. Vouchers are also great if you're in a multiplayer lobby, because if anybody uses a voucher, every hunter in the same lobby also gets the benefit of it. So you can easily help pay for everybody's food as well. The downside to vouchers, however, is that you don't get them after every hunt or quest, so unlike your money and points, vouchers are not as easily farmable. But there are quests and events that do provide vouchers, so if you're ever running low, you can grind out those quests. Whatever I have mentioned above won't really matter though if you don't have the ingredients unlocked yet. Especially in the earlier parts of your playthrough, you will find that a majority of the menu is filled with question marks and your choices of ingredients will be very limited. You will have to unlock each ingredient individually through the completion of optional quests, deliveries, and harvesting unique plants out in the field. If the muscular chef has an exclamation mark over his head, be sure to talk to him to get the quests, because they are where a big part of your ingredients come from. And also unique plants, such as the mushroom colonies in the ancient forest that can give you additional ingredients as well, so be sure to harvest all of them in every locale. And I think that about wraps it up for lesson 4. I hope that I have answered most of the questions in this video, but if you have any more, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll answer what I can. Stay tuned for lesson 5, where I will be talking about the radio menus, their users, and how to set them up for your hunts. Hope to see you guys over there, and as always, happy hunting, hunters!